Cause I'm hotter than average, I go like that gadget and alien ass. I'm out of this planet, adjusting to all of the tracks that you jamming on radio stations.
Yo, what's going on, Naruto fans? It's your boy Naruto here. Y'all the new track clan. Welcome back to the fucking starting. Have you like subscribe, hit that little bell, fucking thanks for my daily strong guy. Let's get to it. So today is a part 2 to what if Deku what if Naruto was an akerman. I will do a what if Deku was an akerman later on. I'm juggling 5 what if series here, so you can't blame me, okay? Well, I mean, no, 4 what if series. My bad. But before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to a Fallen Rose. He calls it Phelan Rose, but he just recently started trying to upload what if videos, and he has one out now called What If Naruto Learned More Jutsu from the Scroll of Sealing. So if you want to go watch that, you should. Without further ado, let's get into it. So where we left off was Naruto asking for the Zabuza mission, and asking for the Zabuza mission. He asked for it in a different way. He's like, how am I supposed to get any stronger with this weak quest? Man, this is like, old man, you gotta give me something harder. You know I'm strong. And so, Tazuna comes out, he's like, these kids don't look ready. Maybe the porcupine head ass nigga. But the rest of y'all terrified. And then Naruto just like pulls out he does like the 3 sword style from One Piece. He does like the 3 sword style to Zabuza. I mean not Zabuza. What's the name? How did I forget his name? I just said his name. Tazuna. And he has like 2 swords around Tazuna's neck. Call me porcupine head one more time. I dare you to. And so, and Naruto and Kashi's like, we can't kill our client, Naruto. He's like, yeah, you lucky you are our client. And so they're leaving the village. And Naruto is he's like ecstatic, but he doesn't show it that he's leaving the village. He's like, maybe I'll find some opponents out here who are worthy of my strength. And so they leave the village. Naruto picks up on the puddle, but he's like, maybe, and he's not sure. So he's on guard. And when they show up, then Kakashi's like, yeah, you noticed too. He's like, yeah, I noticed. And so and they don't get a chance to even get close to Tazuna or Sasuke or Sakura, because Naruto, before they can say anything, Naruto does acrobatics and like puts 2, like he did Tazuna, puts the swords around his neck. He's like, you can leave peacefully or he dies. And he's like, we'll leave. It's like you thought you were getting off that easy. And he used the back of the blade to hit him in his neck, knocking him out. He's like, you thought you were getting away with that? Nah. And so he knocks out both of them. And Kakashi's like, oh, you had all the fun. He's like, you should be quicker, Kakashi sensei. And Sasuke's head, he's like, how did Naruto get so strong? I want to be just like him. And so we're going on. Zabuza, when he shows up, it's a whole different situation from when the Chunin and his brother show up. Naruto senses like, oh my god, what is this chakra? He's strong in it. Maybe A rank, no, maybe even S rank not missing then, but like S rank Shinobi is following us. And so Naruto's like ready to kill. He has his hands like on his katana's handle, and he's like, oh my god. And he like senses the chakra, and they're walking when Zabuza shows up and then he stands on the tree with his when he's standing on his sword. He doesn't get time to talk to Kakashi because Naruto in his face doing one of those Levi spinning bird kicks, and he of course Zabuza blocks it with that like T form to the side, but then Zabuza has nothing to block his other foot with, and so he does like and he like closes Zabuza and spins him around with his legs, putting getting Zabuza away from the sword. And what Naruto does is tries to like guard the sword from Zabuza. Of course, it doesn't work. Kakashi still gets trapped inside the water prison, but this time Naruto does not even need Sasuke's help. He does Levi's Beyblade attack and hurts Zabuza in the process. It probably like I don't know cut his palm, and so the fight progresses as usual. Except they don't use the water dragon because he's like that kid won't let me sit here and do hand signs. So I need to just fight them head on. And when he does, Naruto he lands a good one. A good Levi spinning bird kick, knocking him into a tree. And then he he tries to hit him with one of his swords. But Zabuza blocks it with his giant Zabuza sword. Forgot what it's called. Enter to me on screen. But yeah, he used the other sword to like he does like an overhead slash. He tries to do an overhead slash on Zabuza. Of course, Zabuza tries to block it, but he doesn't, and it cuts Zabuza like straight down the middle of his arm. And but Zabuza, being that Naruto is an akerman, that doesn't mean that he doesn't. That he has a lot more physical strength. He has a little boost in physical strength, but not as much as Zabuza, which means Zabuza is still physically stronger, pushing Naruto's sword back at him and cutting him right in his stomach. His chest. And Naruto, he's not feeling this right now because of the adrenaline. But he cuts Zabuza's arm, and then Haku shows up, knocking Zabuza out. Then Naruto's like, I sensed him too, but I don't know if he's good or bad. So maybe we should. I'm just leave him there. And so they go to Tazuna's house. Naruto is being treated. Sakura is actually treating Naruto, and she's like red the whole time. The Naruto tries to sit up. He's like, I'm good. He's like, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm a G. But then Sakura's like, no, Naruto, you need to rest. I need to take care of you. She just wanted an excuse to cop a field. And so she's taking care of Naruto, and this makes Sasuke a little bit jealous, believe it or not. And Naruto wouldn't care enough to give what's the name. I just remember his name, but then I forgot it. I was about to say Itachi, but no. Tazuna's grandson, Sasuke and Sakura actually tell Tazuna's grandson about Naruto and how he was treated, and also Kakashi tells him, and so that's how he still brings his army up to the bridge, and that's gonna cut it off. This one was a little more fast paced because I almost went over the entire Zabuza arc. I could actually go over the entire Zabuza arc, but that'll just leave less action for next episode. So you know what? Hey, I'll see you guys in the next Ninja War, man. Peace.